Welcome into the Main Event Broadcasting Network. I'm Danielle Percival, Assistant Director of Athletic Communications here at Piedmont College. Today we'll be speaking with head volleyball coach Sid Feldman about the upcoming 2014 season, with the season opener just around the corner. Well, Coach Feldman, thanks so much for joining us today. Glad to have you here.
Certainly is a pleasure.
Well, of course, last season coming off a program-best, record-setting 28-win season, and of course picked in the USA South preseason poll to finish second in the league this year. So what are your preseason expectations for this team coming into 2014?
Actually, it's going to be a very tough year. Every single team that we have on our schedule is improved. William Peace is much better than they were last year. Methodist is going to be strong. Out of season on our schedule, we have Swanee and we have Birmingham Southern. But teams like LaGrange and Agnes Scott are going to be very, very strong. And if we don't improve over last year's team, we're going to have a difficult time this season.
Now, mentioned preseason, picked to finish second in the league. What do you think of those expectations? Do you try and use that to your advantage to motivate the kids, or do you try not to focus on that too much?
As most of the coaches say, it's an honor to be chosen quite high in the polls. But the only poll that counts is the one at the end of the season, and our goal, of course, is to qualify for the national championships and win the conference on the way.
Now, of course, you had a good group of seniors last year and some big key spots to fill this year, but you do have a very strong incoming class with 8 freshmen added to the squad this year. How do you expect those freshmen to come in and make an immediate impact trying to fill some of those gaps?
Some of the girls who come in are really strong players. Randy Harville is going to be an outside hitter, and she may be one of the most intelligent hitters I've ever coached in all the years I've been coaching. We're very lucky to get Kate Steele. She is a very, very strong setter. She was recruited by some Division I schools, so she wanted a Division III experience, and so we're very lucky to get her. Jessica Shea played for a very high-level club program in GA5, and she plays middle, so she's going to be a strong player. And the list just goes on and on. We have a really fine group of freshmen.
Well, you've also got a great group of seniors as well. You've got Norman, Hoffman, Opera. You've got a couple of different girls that are in their last year but have been very key contributors for you. So how do you expect that senior leadership to be playing into trying to guide these freshmen as they are stepping into these roles as well?
You've hit the nail on the head. We are so many seniors, so it's kind of exciting that they're here this year all together. But we're going to empty the roster next year, and that's why we brought in 8 girls as freshmen this year to have a transition year. Caitlin Norman and Jennifer Opper have already demonstrated their leadership. They try to guide the freshmen, and they order the freshmen around. They tell them what's necessary and how to get team camaraderie built up, and a number of statements have been made in practice that just try to get the freshmen going as fast as we can. But it's really interesting because all of these players have played club ball, and they're used to some high-level competition, but that step into the college experience is amazing. It sort of reminds me of the first year that we joined USA South, and I thought we just play. It's volleyball, there's a net, and there's an opponent, and it's not that way. You just have to get used to this new environment, and so we hope the freshmen grow up real fast.
Of course, getting into looking at the actual schedule, it's right around the corner. I mean, just starting in about a week or so. And so, of course, getting started, you guys are going to be in tournament play, going to Birmingham Southern as well as the next weekend heading to Greensboro. Why do you feel that tournament play is so important to get those kids lots of action in such a short amount of time?
The good thing about this tournament is that there's going to be some really, really strong teams, and there's going to be a couple of weaker teams. So we're going to be able to get everybody on the court. It's a good situation. And also, we can rate ourselves. Swanee is not in our conference, but they're the equal of Maryville. And so we will know at the end of that Swanee match what we have to do in order to win this conference. It'll set a mark for us. We hope to come back with a better than 500 record from this tournament, but there's some strong ball going on there.
I'm taking a look at league play. The road to the championship is going to be just that, on the road, because you guys will be facing the rest of the top 5 teams on the road at least once this season.
Right.
How do you prepare your kids for such a challenge as all of those matches on the road?
Again, intelligent observation. You've got 8 freshmen who just don't know how to prepare for a 3 to 4 hour ride in the bus. You jump out of the bus, you've got an hour and a half to prepare for the match. Your head is swimming at that point. You're wondering about dinner instead of worrying about whether or not you can serve the ball over the net. So the good thing is that we play the southern teams twice, home and away. That's one advantage. The disadvantage that you're pointing out is Everett's probably the strongest team up north, and we only play them once and we play them away. And so that's going to be a milestone match for this year.
Of course, you also have the addition of assistant Mary Beck, and of course she played under you here at Piedmont. So what's it like having her to join in, and she already knows your leadership style, but coming in as a coach and being able to back you up and help you out in that aspect?
I not only coached her while she was here at Piedmont, but I coached her in club ball, and she knows how to rise to the occasion. When she started out, she was on a Georgia Juniors 2s team. When she got to be a senior, she was on the 1s team. Then she went off to Reinhardt in a scholarship program, and then she transferred here. She's also been coaching in Georgia Juniors and Classic City for the last couple of years. She has some strong opinions. She's already added some strategy to our program, serve-receive pattern. She's made recommendations. Some things in practice she's added. So far so good. Things are really, really positive. We're getting along well together. And she really is willing to take on some menial tasks. So I don't like to assign those kind of tasks to my assistant coach, but she's volunteered, so it's made life easier for me.
Well, we are certainly looking forward to seeing what your team brings to the table this season. Coach, we wish you the best of luck in 2014.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us here on the Main Event Broadcasting Network. I'm Danielle Percival, Assistant Director of Athletic Communications here at Piedmont College. Be sure to tune in to the Main Event Broadcasting Network for all home contests throughout the season.